Let's talk about Moonlight.
Okay. I watched this with John. John came over the house to watch this.
I was there also.
I was there.
Well, in other words, she lives with me.
I think I like this movie probably. I don't know how you think about it, EVA, but I didn't really like this movie at all.
I thought it was good. I thought it was decent.
I thought
It's certainly better than Hacksaw, certainly better than La La Land.
yes, it was.
And it would not have been better as a documentary because it was an original piece of fiction from what I could tell.
The thing is, though, that so I'm very interested in gay cinema, right? I've seen a lot of gay cinema, and this was bad gay cinema. This was cliche gay cinema. But if you don't actually watch lots of gay cinema, you may not. You don't get those tropes that it's relying on. And if you pull that piece of the story away from it, it's really an uninteresting profile of a black life.
As a two-time film school grad,
Yeah.
I've seen my share of gay cinema.
Yeah, and you think that this was good gay cinema?
Well, I thought that there were definitely some cheesy or terrible parts.
The mother especially.
The mother especially, but I thought that it was like watching somebody who who didn't seem to struggle with his masculinity, but was struggling with his identity. And there were these masculine figures around him.
Yeah.
And I liked the way that it sliced. It was this three-parter kind of.
Yeah.
I thought it was interesting. I don't think it was all good, but I thought that there's a lot of sensible stuff going on.
I thought that they were walking on eggshells with some things. They didn't want to have a big bad drug dealer male character.
Yeah.
So he kind of like takes the young black kid under his wing. And then they didn't just want to have a terrible homophobic mom. So then there's like the good mom that he has that like adopts him. They didn't really ever want to show like just bad characters. I feel like they were trying to play this balance.
They were so fearful of negative portrayals
of African Americans.
Yeah, because even the drug dealer has a heart of gold and is like, well, that's how the word they use against gay people. Like he's for some reason, even though he's a macho drug dealer, he's sensitive to the gay rights.
He's out in like the hood popping caps in people's heads, but he's really sensitive.
But he's sensitive to gay rights.
He's sensitive to the issues.
I thought the movie got increasingly better as it went on. So I thought the first act was with the kid. The kid version was kind of like that was the most mishandled.
The bullying was a bit much, and that's I agree with John as well.
And then I thought the way he fell into the relationship with his best friend in the second act was kind of interesting, and the fact that he had to betray him was maybe a little cliche.
Yeah.
But I thought like that is something that people deal with in high school though, or middle school, is like where social pressures cause you to betray one another, especially after like like essentially having sex. And then I thought the movie really got very good.
It got better in the
third act.
The third act feels like
a great short.
or a one-act play or something where it's very focused. It's about these two people who have a history, reconnecting.
Yeah, I actually did like the third.
Leading up to one question of will they or will they not have sex? And that's all you're thinking about.
Delightfully no.
Yeah, it was cool that it was no, and then to find out also, because we didn't know what happened in the interim, to find out that the only gay experience he ever had, and he looks to be about 30, was that one time in high school with this one guy, meaning he's still very hung up on this guy, and so
so repressed that
So them reuniting is there's a lot of story there. So watching that play out, I thought was interesting. Learning about who his best friend became, I thought was very interesting. So it's about growth. It's about repression. It's actually an interesting movie.
I do think it's an interesting movie. Of course, it's shot well. It's
and not trying to. It's not trying to blow itself with the way it's shot either.
Yeah. And it's not overly pandering, but it's also showing a point of view that the mainstream audience, maybe the gay cinema definitely sees that, but this is kind of like a gateway for mainstream without being too overly in your face about it.
That's an interesting point. If you are trying to reach a larger audience, if this is gonna get more eyes on it because it's nominated, you're gonna have people that are not at all familiar with the tropes of gay cinema.
But it wasn't about being gay.
No.
It was about being gay and black and in poverty.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes, and that was another thing I kind of disliked about it was that you're kind of like dealing all the cards, right? You get the worst of everything.
Yeah.
But it's kind of interesting though, because what does it mean to be gay in this setting? What does it mean to be gay under with these influences around you?
Yeah. But I mean, you could flip it the other way and say, what does it mean to be poor and gay and black?
Yeah.
What does it mean to be black and gay and
Well,
poor?
sure, those are all possible movies.
Yeah, but you didn't really. I don't know. It just felt all crammed together to me.
Well, I thought it was a unique perspective, and I actually did enjoy the movie. It wasn't my favorite.
Yeah,
But
it's not the worst by far.
It reminded me of like a really good screener we would have gotten when we were screening film festival.
Yes, yeah. It would have been a really phenomenal film festival
I
film.
think for everything
As
they
a
were
best
trying-
picture in the Oscars.
For everything they were trying to fit in, I think they did it well because it really could have rubbed me the wrong way that they were trying to fit in each of these social messages.
one thing I would say about the main characters, I kind of wish, I know they were trying to be consistent between the three actors, but like I felt like they did a little bit too much of like he just looks down and doesn't speak, and I feel like he could have given us a little
See,
bit more.
I thought by the time they got to the third one, he was unrecognizable.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then watching his old character come out in the performance as the events unfolded, I thought was really well done.
That was well done.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it was a smart little movie. It's just got a couple of problems, but I'm not gonna crap on it too hard, especially when you've got things like La La Land running around out there.
Who is you, man? I ain't seen you in like a decade. It's not what I expected. What did you expect?